Hi guys, this is just a quick video on how to play guard in the current meta. I'm not going to get too specific on skills or traits, I just want to go over the main role of this class in a fight. So your number one job in a group as a guard is to stay alive. A shitty guard that stays up during the whole fight's worth a lot more than some mechanical god that just dies early because they don't know how to position well. With positioning, you want to stay close to tag and dodge roll when the enemy tries to bomb you, and like double dodge. It's so easy to mitigate damage from an entire bomb just by dodging twice. If you're not double dodging when we push in to chokes on engage, then you're doing it wrong. You have energy sigils, so it's okay. You're just gonna get the dodge roll back when you switch into a tome. At the beginning of fights, try and predict the enemy's movement. Don't just blindly follow the tag or try to mimic what they're doing. If you do that, your reactions are going to be delayed and you're going to get caught a lot more. And sometimes the tag fucks up. Good players aren't dependent on the commander for positioning. The tag's just a reference. Like, are we pushing in? Are we going to go left, right? That's all the information you should need. Everything else should be independent. Let's see, lastly, for staying alive, this fucking skill right here, don't use this to res someone that's halfway across the map. I see this all the time. Like, I get it, you want to be a good support player and get these clutch reses, but you're just going to turn one down player into two dead players. Even if you like get the res, you're both so far out of position that you're just gonna get blown up anyway. It doesn't matter that you're in full minstrels. Just keep in mind you're the most important member of your party as the guard. It's okay to be selfish with this skill. Like if you get caught getting CC'd in a mob, just use it to escape. And if you res someone, they should be close to you. If you have to walk away from the tag to get into range for the MI, then you probably shouldn't use it. So, in summary, with staying alive, just position well, double dodge through bombs, and be selfish with MI. Those things combined with minstrel gear and energy sigils, you shouldn't be dying, not unless the whole group wipes, and even then, you should be one of the last to die. Second most important thing to do as a guardian, give stability and spam Aegis. Do things at the same time. If you can do this at the beginning of the fight when your group pushes in, and you can actually have these boons connect with your party, then you're not a trash guard, I guess. Skills like Drop the Hammer, Phase Smash, COR, all these will delete your Revs and Necros on engage. By giving your party Aegis, you're preventing this and hopefully win more fights. Just understand a block is 100 times better than any heal skill or cleanse in the game. Alright, so how does this look? So 9 times out of 10 you're exploring the borderland with your friends and you'll run into an enemy group. You're gonna NA pirate ship for a good minute or two. And while this is happening, you don't want to use any defensive cooldowns. Like your mesmers will try to get pulls, you can put a line behind it, maybe get some pulls yourself, do some burns. Other than that, you don't want to press any skills. Like the other group is trying to get you to go into tomes and waste them so that when they push, you have nothing. So just relax, just haze. Eventually, your commander will want to push in. When that happens, usually, I'll call for Empower, I'll put the veil down, you'll go through it and approach the enemy, and this is when you want to give stability and spam Aegis. So what does this look like? Well, I'll start by saying that you can press all the buttons you want, but if your party's not in range, you're going to be useless. A lot of these skills have a pretty limited range, or they come out as a cone. Like the amount of times I see people where their party's back here, and they're up with the commander, just mashing buttons, going ham, and then their party dies and they don't know why. Like step one, make sure your party's near you. Hopefully people are stacked on top, on the tag. You can always hang back a little bit. Or what I usually have to do, because your necros and revs are slow, you just flick your wrist. Like you're holding down W, hold down right click, just go like that. Like it's not that hard. Run in, make sure they get Aegis. Cleanse, otherwise you're not going to connect and you're not going to be effective. Alright, so you're all mited up. You hit the veil. At this point you should be in Mace Shield. And then you're going to hit like the same 6 buttons every single first engage. Stand your ground, shield 4, mantra heal. Then you're probably going to dodge a few times because Remember, your survivability comes first. You don't just want to sit in a bomb and give Aegis. Mace 3, and Courage 5, and Courage 4. And that's it. That's the whole rotation. If you can do that, you'll hit every single Aegis skill you have, and your party should be sitting just fine. I should note, Protector Strike here, you don't want to use this first while you're still running to the group, because it doesn't proc until one of the people you're blocking is hit, and then it'll give the protection in the Aegis. So let's see. Hit the Veil, you're coming in, stand your ground, shield 4, heal, probably dodge a few times, maybe hit that again, go into Courage, just like that. And that's it. If you do that, your group should be just fine. So you did your job, you gave stability, you spammed Aegis, your group's here, the enemy's somewhere over there, now what? Well, it really depends on the fight, how much pressure you're getting. It's not a bad idea to drop a bubble. It'll, reflect what Ellie and Rev autos. It's more of an area denial. Commander sees a bubble in 2018, they're not going to want to push through it. At this point, you're in the thick of the fight. No matter what, you'll focus on positioning first. Make sure you're not going to die. Then it's all about stability, cleansing, and healing. Check up on your party, see what they need, know where they are. Just look for the big health bars. Unless your group's getting heavy pressure, there's no need to be spamming skills and cycling through tomes like crazy. Just glance up in the left at your party. If they have full health and no condies, don't spam your skills. Just be aware of what's going on in the fight and have patience. These tomes have long cooldown. You want to have them available when you need them. So I'll just finish up here with some general tips. So Firebrand has a lot of cooldown management, and it has to do with balancing stability with condition cleanse. You always want to have both available, or at least condition mitigation. Like when you're in Courage here, you have all the stability in the world, so you're going to try not to use stand your ground. Try not to use the elite unless your group gets caught and a warrior wins and you need to stun break them. But you have no condition cleanse here, so you'll mitigate with resistance and then you'll use your mantra. In Resolve, you have all the condition cleanse in the world, but no stability. So when you go into this tome, you want to make sure you at least have your elite and stand your grounds almost off cooldown. It's just a balance to make sure you always have access to stability and cleanse when you need it. So I could go over some specific skills. In Resolve, they're all good. This skill here is pretty overrated. You're in the middle of the fight, you want to get some heals off, so you do this, and then you're out of it, and maybe your tail gets heals, which is cool, but look at this. Healing, 662. Healing, 1613. This is much more effective. Courage, everything's good except the second one here. I just don't use it. The Aegis, the protection, it's only for you. Maybe if you're just rolling a group and you want to get some soft CC, you could. But otherwise, I just don't waste pages. Your mantra heal, don't be afraid to spam this. You don't need to save the heal. I've ran with groups that will blow the entire mantra on engaged just to make sure their group gets Aegis. Generally with the mantras, you do want to leave one charge up so you're not having to recharge in the middle of the fight. That's never good. With your elite, mainly you just save it until you're in Resolve and you need to give stability, or if you get caught in a warrior bubble, it's always a good idea just to press it and dodge out to make sure your group gets stun break. Let's see, anything here? That's about it. Thanks for watching.